Hello and welcome back to the Min Maxim podcast. I'm CQ and that's
I am Jay.
it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, and in all transparency and accountability, we did not upload the episode yesterday, which is my fault. I didn't dump the camera out. So we're gonna upload 2 episodes today. But it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's Hump Day. Um, and we got to keep the grind going. I feel like this is Master Your Grind Part 2. Our biggest obstacle this week has been just time itself, right? Because what do you call it? The daylight savings happened, so we lost an hour. So just getting kind of reacclimated to getting that hour, and instead of being able to wake up easily at 7, now you're like waking up at 8 and want to go back to sleep and stuff like that. So it's just mastering your grind, and just figuring out, I guess it's time to go sleep a little bit earlier. I guess it's time to, pay attention to those things, because the ultimate goal for this podcast would be for it to be like a 5:30 podcast. It would be amazing if we're doing this at 5:30 and like it's night outside or dark outside. Would be the
I mean, that could be at 6 at this point. The way
Yeah,
it's
right?
dark outside at 6. It's
Exactly.
not. It's not 6 in the morning right now. It's 9:46, so that's why it's nice and bright. But yeah, the goal would be to wake up and people who are waking up at 6:30 have this in their feed and they kind of go about their day. But I'll be honest with you, it's been a struggle just because daylight savings is kicking my butt. And one of the things I always thought of when I was working was that if I didn't have a job, I'd be able to accomplish so much more. And it's funny how when you're doing things for yourself, time just flies. Like I feel like ever since I've moved down here and I've just been working on video content and working with CQ, the days have just been flying. Like you go from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock in a blink of an eye. And it's like, there's so much for you to do. Like there's so many things and plus like we're just moving into this place. So there's so many things that we're trying to do as far as like just living and getting acclimated to living. And then it's almost interesting where you're pulling that motivation from. So it goes back to min-maxing. It's like, what are we maxing today? And like, I was telling CQ, today's the first day out of all the days that like I don't have something planned. Like I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, and so maybe I'm maximizing my creativity. Maybe I'm like, I probably need to do a little bit more research than I have in the past just to see what I'm gonna do today because I'm stuck in the 200 view jail. Like everything I've posted in the last 7 days, and I've been posting every day for about 7 days now, is just getting 100 to 200 views, and Sequan's told me that it's okay, and I agree with that. Like, I don't expect overnight fame, but I do think that I do need to do some research as to like what is trending, what are people looking for? Because it's one thing to just post, and that's what people say. Like, just get it out there, just do it. I agree with that, but you also have to have some sense of like direction, some sense of like like you don't just go and swing a sword. You have an area you want to hit. You want to pinpoint the weak spot of the enemy. To go back into RPG terms. And I guess right now I've been swinging my sword wildly, and it's time to kind of figure out where I'm going to aim. I'm getting a little bit better as far as like camera presence and whatnot. So now it's kind of focalized, not focalizing. It's pinpointing exactly where I'm going to go. So maximizing creativity on Jay's end today. Pray for me, please.
I like that. You're maximizing creativity, and I need to maximize execution today. I got a lot of stuff like in the pipe. I got the AP short video. I need to do just another short just to get myself in the rhythm of doing shorts. Have an idea for another long form. I've already kind of mastered doing long forms. My first, I'm gonna do watch reviews. So my first watch review from a brand is happening, and that's gonna be arriving soon. So it's looking like a pretty day outside. I might go shoot by the pool. So today I need to maximize execution, and get things done and get those get the content out, because I have the opposite issues. I know my niche. I know how to. I think I know how to corral in, the leads, but I need to make those make the call of actions happen, which is going to be shorts. Long form YouTube is great, but that's a slow wheel to push. Short term is where you get the action and the fans a little bit sooner. And just you get FaceTime. I did a little whatever video about just me being independent now with like very little production, and that had amazing reach. So if I just focus and add a little bit more production quality and just talk to the people, and like I was telling Jay, just about finding your natural voice, right? You're finding your natural voice, or also your showman's voice when you're doing content. And I've been doing content for a very long time, so I have so many reps at it. So I've really kind of mastered what my voice is, what my showman's voice is, and also like what my natural voice is. Like you're talking to me now, but also when I'm in salesman mode or when I'm just being a little bit more extra comedic. And it just takes time to develop those things. So those are all creativities or muscle that you gotta use, you gotta stretch it, you gotta rip it. And that's why I started my career in a creative field, digital media production, video editing, and I quickly left it because a lot of people just don't, if they're not creatives themselves, they do not understand what goes into making even a 30-second shot video that looks good, and just getting the concept and the planning and getting everything in place. Because it's a 30-second video, a lot of people who aren't creatives thinks it's very easy to get done, and they don't want to pay you enough. And then I just learned that there's so many obstacles just because other people don't understand how the sausage is made. So that's why I just went into sales, because sales is like, we're not even worried about anything like that. Everything is kind of up to me in terms of selling the product that I have in front of me and mastering the knowledge and stuff like that. But now leaning back into creativity, it's awesome to exercise those muscles. Cause every video you edit, every video you do, every podcast we do, like this is the third time we're doing this, and Wednesday definitely sounds better than Monday, so next Wednesday is going to sound better than this Wednesday. So it's all about repetition, and it goes back to mastering your grind, knowing what you got to do, and just executing it every day, even if you don't want to, even if daylight savings is on your back, just keep pushing forward.
Yeah. I mean, we can make excuses all day. One of my favorite quotes from my high school football coach was, "Excuses are a monument to nothing." And like, if you want to continue to build a monument to nothing and have nobody ever look at it, then by all means. Or you can just do it, And it's like, another quote was, I think I said this already, but from an anime I'm watching, where they pretty much said, not succeeding isn't failure. It just means you didn't succeed. So it's just like, don't take the non-success as this is not for you or you can't do it. It just means that you have to tweak it until you figure it out. And so maybe it's not the most efficient way, but I mean, how did Nikola Tesla figure out energy? How did the Wright brothers learn to fly? Like, like those were things that people only imagined, and they made those things reality. And so it's just like the trailblazers, the people who create, who make things that we dream of, they had to start somewhere. And why not us? Why not you? Why not set out to do the impossible? Because the impossible is only impossible because it hasn't been done yet. As simple as that.
I just wanted to look up the Wright brothers' first flight, and that was 1903 in Kitty Hawk, and that's well over 100 years ago. But when you think about what they were trying to do, and where we are with passenger airlines today, it's not that much time for what we're doing and how advanced we've become, But it took two brothers who were willing to just believe in the impossible and believe that, there's a way that we, look at the birds and say we could do that somehow. And they just kind of, they grinded it out, and I don't know how many times they, crashed and broke their planes until one day, it just flew. And it took them, a short little spurt, but that little short little run took us to where we can fly across the country today, So for my rant for the day, I think, what I'm going to talk about is embrace your inner farmer. And all we've been talking about today is investing in yourself and just not giving up on your own grind, not giving up on yourself. And that's what it means to invest in your inner farmer. You got to plant the seeds of success. You got to invest in yourself. Whatever it is, it might be physical, might be mental, might be educational, might just be, just motivational, just getting your mental right, just looking at the sun. But you got to invest in yourself every day. And you got to also realize that the seeds that you plant aren't going to sprout tomorrow. right? The biggest trees that are standing today are also the slowest growers, right? But these are trees that have outlived humans, right? So you have to remember that you're trying to grow strong and tall. You're not trying to go fast and weak. So focus on your strengths, minimize your weaknesses, min-max it, but don't be afraid to plant your field, take a break, let the sun hit it, put some water on it, and give it time to grow. You're still working, you're still grinding, but patience is a part of the puzzle as well. If you think you're gonna work and grind and everything's gonna come fast because you saw some kid on YouTube or some person on YouTube find that fast success, then you're not gonna get it. That fast success can happen, but sometimes you're not even prepared for that great success, right? Sometimes you get that fast success and the foundations internally haven't been built up for you to really use that success or apply it in the right way to your life. That's why we see things happen with young celebrities and athletes all the time, because you get all that success, you get all that financial freedom, you get all that mental freedom. So you're too free. You've never been in a caged-in world. You never had to put structure among yourself. You think money's gonna come in every day. You think every time you walk into a room, everything you say, everybody's gonna bow to you and say yes. So when those things pull back, when your influence goes, when your youth leaves, and the thing that was making you all your money, which is your body, that starts to wear down, you realize you don't have much left. So if you didn't do the right things, if you didn't farm the right way, you're left being a hunter. And being a hunter can be amazing. But the problem with being a hunter is oftentimes you're hunting and then you're running, trying to find the next meal. Yes, you're eating, but you're spending a lot of that time just trying to figure out where the next meal is coming from. The great thing about the farmer, he might have some tough winters. He might have to ration himself and things like that. But he don't have to run far from home to eat. And that's the goal in my life, is to make a ecosystem, an economy around my life where me and my family can eat and survive, and we don't have to go very, very far from home. So take that lesson for your day. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday today. I'm CQ.
I'm Jay.
And this was Min Maxing.